Hello! Welcome to Amateur Hour Gaming. We're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Let's play some Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, huh?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Let's
What
try
could it
and
mean?
do the button.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm curious how we do
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find
different
a
endings,
trace of his co-workers.
because I did everything I could. So we're gonna press the button. There we go. We got that one. So there's 5 computers around that have that input thing that we're going to find. New content! I was just...
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I'm so excited. Let me see the new content. Oh. Oh! Yay! New content! Stop. Ooh.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Sure was.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley
More.
Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yay.
Please, step inside
Oh.
and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet. But
I'm
Sure
excited.
it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yay.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to
New
the new
content.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me
Yeah.
the content, Stanley.
Dude, you're giving it to me.
All right, let's see. It's
Yes.
the jump circle.
Dude, I'm so excited. Oh. Narrator, are you as excited as I am? This is great. I don't even have feet. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Oh, we can't jump anymore. That was great. That wire
Is that it?
doesn't...
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Let's go look. That was pretty great, though. Oh, another elevator.
Goodness. Another elevator.
I know!
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions
Man,
of
you're
this
being
game
too
are
harsh.
positive.
Being
It's
way
just
too harsh.
Elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20
Oof.
hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Yeah.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Interesting. That's not the correct time. Oh, yes. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievements,
does it really?
Please ignore."
I guarantee it does.
What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
I had very high expectations.
Why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
We do
what
have
do
a
you
great time.
say, friend?
I don't really have a choice in the matter. I wonder if the new content door is still going to be there. Oh, this is, narrator, something's wrong. Narrator, something isn't right. That's where I'm supposed to be.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. Where are we? Coffee nut. Where are we going, buddy? Where are we going?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
I'm excited. I'm excited, narrator. Ooh! Oh my, you've outdone yourself. What have we here?
I call it the Memory Zone.
What?
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Really? Oh, that's so exciting, Mr. Narrator. Oh, look at you.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Ah, 2013.
Remember back in October of 2013?
I do. It came out right after my birthday.
Back then, video games had integrity.
I bought it to myself for my
it
birthday.
All meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, it's time, and it actually has time. Shapes, graphs, National Geographic, cargo. Oh, I wish that was real. Oh, goodness. Everything you need to make great ideas even better. In today's busy world, it isn't easy making an effective productivity workflow. That's why the Stanley Parable can help you streamline your workplace efficiency with the Stanley Parable Advanced Computer System Software. Okay. 2014 Independent Games Festival Audience Award. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to The Last of Us in the category for story. And they got Stanley Parable over it. That's hilarious. Good times. Oh, those were good times. Oh, this is made for me. 8:13. That is not what time it is. Stanley Parable by the narrator, 2013. Our first kiss, my first car. The release of Stanley Parable in 2013. Who's that? Is that supposed to be the narrator? I remember the original remake. Oh yeah, yeah. First dollar. Trip down memory lane. The Stanley Parable. Bits of music. Original soundtrack. Smile because it happened. What is that? This is too good. I love this. Oh, the demo! I loved the demo. The demo is so good on its own. I never got the unachievable demo. I never got that one because I played the game too much. Nominee, Game Innovation. Nominee, Debut Game. Nominee, Story. New video game releasing today, the New York Times. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Rutgers goes from scandal to new crisis. Colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. Cost hinders new tack to achieve diversity. Business leaders pushing election of council allies. That almost seems like everything else is real. October 17th. Hold on. New York Times. Hold on. New York Times, October 17, 2013. I want to see the actual newspaper, not the site map. Or the crossword. It keeps giving me crossword. Let me try one more time. Let me just go to images. No, that's a really old one. Okay, I'm assuming that it is. I'm assuming that's the actual thing except for the Stanley Parable. Los Angeles Time. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. June 7th, 2013. What was that day? Oh, what's this? In loving memory, Little Stanley. I don't know who that is. That's not something I'm familiar with. Oh, my.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Yeah.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
It's okay, dude. Oh, what's that? I wanna keep going in here. Oh, the portal. See, I told you. Mind control facility. The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. Oh, the adventure line. We're gonna find you. I don't remember how to find you. Memory zone maintenance? Oh, I can't actually go in it. Okay. Fire. Danger. What's that? Knowing your city. Interesting. Interesting. Person of the year, that's Stanley. Mondays. What's this? That's different. The original remake. Oh, we got more stuff going on here. Oh, the red and blue doors. For Scott K. Does this open? I don't remember the Stanley Parable Collector's Edition, but I guess it must have been a thing. This is the second time they've shown it. The top 10 memories from the Stanley Parable. Your number is 29. You can't spin the globe? Kidding? What is that? Preparing snake oil salesman routine? That's... I don't think that's from the Stanley Parable.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games,
Yep, it
and
is.
one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
Who
9 out of
reviewed
10.
this one?
Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else.
Doesn't
It
say.
didn't need new content. It just needed to be
Oh.
left alone.
Carolyn
To spend
Bennett.
the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. Oh, that's interesting. Why did this open? The Serious Room. Oh, the Serious Room, yeah. So if you put in a cheat engine, like tried to do PC console commands or whatever, they would put you in the Serious Room and the narrator would yell at you for trying to cheat the game. The greatest wealth is memory.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't give to go back. To have it all over again?
Yeah. I agree. This new content sucks.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh no. Are we gonna see the bad reviews?
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, yes. Let me see. Not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web
Oh my
of
gosh.
profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Well, buddy, let's not look at any of those anymore. They're making you upset, and I don't want you to be upset. Can't even read that one. Can't even go in there. Don't worry, it's a good game. I like the Stanley Parable. See, that's a recommended one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
No.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Oh?
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't.
No, dude, it was good.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Hey.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always
Okay.
remembered.
Literally one of the best games I've ever played, dude. You're being too hard on yourself.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Still played for 10
A
hours.
skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If
No.
I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
Look at those
Only
words.
positive reviews of the
Oh.
Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
I
Yes,
know.
a skip button we shall have.
Well, I'm not going to use it, so just prepare yourself. Oh, I guess I kind of have to. Oh, my. Oh, we don't want to accidentally
And
walk into
here
the
it
void.
is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on.
I'm gonna listen to you.
The
I'm not gonna
Stanley
press it.
Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah.
I'm not
blah,
pressing
blah,
it.
blah, blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until
Okay,
so
I can
much
tell
more
that it's,
than
like,
forever
generated.
ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have
okay.
you.
We'll press it. We'll press it.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
The door's
You've
gone.
just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
The tree's dead.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all.
I don't think the clock is working
for the
anymore.
longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced.
Narrator. Narrator. Narrator? What's that sound? That sounds awful.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising...
I feel like there's going to be something behind here one of these times. Oh, there's water leaking. Interesting. I love that Stanley doesn't age apparently.
End is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Why is there so much water leaking? Oh my gosh! Ooh, sunlight. Hello, world. Does that mean that the narrator went out? Oh my goodness, we got life. Life finds a way. Oh, what happened? Are we like getting to the end of the world? Oh, I don't like that at all. Let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. Oh, that's awful. I wonder if the button... Does the button pop back out? Doesn't look like it does. Alright, where are we? This is something. Yes. This is quite something. Oh. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.